songs is hard. So welcome to Gear Wizard TV. Say welcome to Gear Wizard TV. One more time. Welcome to Gear Wizard TV. Fuck it, let's light up.
Well, hello there. Good evening. And welcome to another edition of Gear Wizard TV, where we say, fuck it, let's light up. It's black. I wonder why. Why am I alone? That's the other thing I wonder. But I'm never alone. All I have to do is call, and he comes running. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. It's my little buddy JD. How you doing,
Hey,
JD?
oh Mick, Wizard, I'm doing all right. My pain that I talked about last time, it's been flaring up lately, which is no fun, but I'm doing all right. Pretty good. I hear that you're
Have a
smoking.
joint.
I I had an edible, so that'll be kicking in more in about 25 minutes, right when we're talking about, right as we get into like the second act of Alice B Toklas is when I will lose more of my awakeness, alertness.
And
But
inhibitions.
I had like a nice 30 milligram gummy that was made by some kind of, I wish that I had the package. It's so far away. I'll do a plug in the chat later. But it's made by an independent company that's owned by women, all natural fruit ingredients. So good stuff.
Damn, nice, nice. I am having no edibles
No, and
and smoking the weed.
do you know what I said when I ate that edible though? And do you
No,
know what I'm gonna say every time I have an edible now?
what?
I said, "I love you, Alice B Toklas."
And so does Howard Fine, and so does Gertrude Stein.
Yes. Um, that song's been in my head all day.
As it should be.
Yeah. Was that song written for the movie?
I think so, but honestly, I am not 100% sure.
But Alice B Toklas, I feel like, is who. I guess she's the godfather of edibles. She wrote a cookbook in 1952,
In a sense, yes.
right? And something that the internet couldn't really confirm for me, but I'm going to believe it's true. I think it's just one of those things that, like, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Let's just go with it, though. The word toke may or may not be, to toke a joint that might have come from her, which is cool.
I have wondered that.
Let's just, yeah,
Uh,
let's just, there's no evidence that she didn't do it, and there's a lot of speculation that is what started it. Because the first instance of that word was the early 1950s. She wrote her cookbook in 1952. The first, known instance of that word in publication. So,
and she was already somewhat known
mhm.
amongst the more bohemian type crowd. But we'll talk more about her in a little bit
Yeah, I'm getting
after
excited.
we bring everyone on. Uh, I did want to mention tonight in the gear realm, I am smoking a rather different looking paper tonight.
Yeah, it's very black and very round. Looks
So
like a straw.
a lot of people may know, and if you don't know, I collect rolling papers.
It is known.
I'm a habitual collector. Rolling papers are small, they don't take up a lot of space, and Lord knows they're fun. It started out as an exercise in learning more about rolling papers. You know, what kind do I like? What kind is better than the other? Blah, blah, blah. So I love getting rolling papers as presents. And for our anniversary this year, the lovely Mrs. Wizard got me a 4-pack. Well, I'll let you figure out the theme.
Yeah, what do you buy for the stoner who has everything?
The one I'm smoking tonight.
Okay. Then I'm gonna guess that another one is a straight story. No, I'm gonna not guess a straight story. I'm gonna say
Oh no.
is the other one has Dennis Hopper in it. There is one with Dennis Hopper. Aha! Open it up. Let's see. That is Dennis Hopper.
That is Dennis Hopper.
I just saw that movie for the first time this year. I watched
This
it.
one is blueberry flavored, by the way.
It has to be. Wait, I watched that when
You had
Lynch
never
passed
seen
away.
Blue Velvet before.
Mm-mm.
I bet that was a mind fuck.
I loved it. Yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah, I had seen my introduction to Lynch. What's that one? Oh, Twin Peaks. Okay. My introduction to Lynch was um the one that came out in Lost Highway, which I still love. And that one is okay, very cool.
It's also Twin Peaks, but inside it says sometimes my arms bend back.
Is that what that said?
Yes. And one more Twin Peaks.
Oh, is
With
that
Agent
Dale at the
Dale
coffee
Cooper.
shop? Yeah, it is. Nice. And Bob.
And Bob. How's Annie? I don't know if you read the one. What do you think was in the Eraserhead one?
I've seen Eraserhead all of once, and it was 20, 30 something years ago, and so I don't know.
In heaven,
Ah,
everything is fine.
yes, that song.
And of course, the Blue Velvet one. Heineken. Fuck that shit.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
So yeah, a set of David Lynch inspired rolling papers.
That's cool.
Uh,
That's what you get for the pothead who
from
has
the
everything.
company creator Ruby 2. If you are interested in getting some of these or some of the many other ones that they make, she, I assume it's a she, I don't know why, comes up with some really, really inspired papers. I dig them the most.
Does she
And
have a Tarantino line?
I don't recall the Tarantino ones, but I need to go take another deep dive after Christmas, trying not to buy too many presents for myself before Christmas.
Oh my God!
Let's bring on our other guest at this point. We have Bride of Pumpkinhead joining us again.
Hi.
Howdy, Bride. There
Hi,
you are.
Bride.
I'm so sad I missed the David Lynch quote along.
Oh, here we could do it again.
These are super
Heineken.
neat papers.
They
Fuck
are.
that shit. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
There you go.
I love it. Yay. I would love to see the straight story rolling papers. That would just be adorable.
A Straight
It
Story
would.
is a wonderful movie. I recommended that one to so
It
many people
really
after
is.
David Lynch died because like a lot of Lynch fans haven't seen it because they're like, what, the G-rated movie he made for Disney? Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of non-Lynch fans haven't seen it because they're afraid
Yeah.
that it's going to be a David Lynch movie.
Right. Yeah, I think basically very few of us actually saw A Straight Story.
But it is so sweet
It's so sweet.
and just beautiful
Mhm.
as well. So some of the shots that he got on that one, really, really fine flick. Probably not one that's going to show up on Stoner Cinema,
Right.
although it is definitely a setback and chill movie.
Yeah.
I got to ask though, Eraserhead only once?
Razorhead only once. I know you love Razorhead. I know it's one of your favorites. It. I saw it when it was. I watched it in a state of mind that one shouldn't even be watching a movie during. Um, and like it messed me up pretty bad. I went out of my way to not see it for a few years. It was only within like maybe the past 10 years that I've thought to myself like I should watch Eraserhead again. So maybe I will. Maybe I'll watch it again. But like up until 10 years ago even like I was like I don't even want to see like a picture of this movie. It's fucking weird and scary and creepy. Yeah,
Yeah,
like it was
it
just a
is.
bad. It is, and I watched it. Like I said, I watched it with a woman who loved it. She like loved it, but we did stuff before the movie that like I shouldn't have been watching anything, let alone that. So
Ah,
yeah, Lucy in the
Pumpkinhead,
Sky.
what is your relationship with the Racerhead?
I've seen it a couple times. Every time I love it. I'm definitely creeped out by it. Um, uh, just, a great.
It's broken you.
It just dropped off. Okay, but now I'm back. Maybe I don't know what
You
happened.
are.
I saw
I
You are
something.
back.
I thought you were
Okay.
so overwhelmed with feeling about Eraserhead that you were like taking it
I
all
mean,
in. I was like, wow.
fair. Um, no, it's. I really love it. I love how weird it makes me feel. I love how just like strange. I love how strange it is. The weird little baby thing. I think as a person who chose not to have children, it just really speaks to me in a lot of ways. And yeah, I think I have a very, very close, very loving relationship with Eraserhead.
Well, you two have inspired me to give it another whirl.
So the closest thing I have ever seen David Lynch give as far as an explanation of what is it about is that the opening sequence, the man and the planet,
He's
Mm-hmm.
God.
he said everything you need to know is in
Mm,
that scene.
Okay.
cool.
And I still can't figure it out, but I watch it often to try.
Hmm.
And also, here's the thing with Lynch. That might mean nothing. He
Exactly.
liked right, like he just liked to fuck with people. So that scene may very well just be a meaningless scene, and he was like, you know what? It means
No, I believe he
everything.
is sincere.
I don't
I
know.
do.
He has talked before about how he doesn't like it when people look for like he doesn't like that people need to find meaning in things. So maybe. But that's one of my
Uh,
favorite things about him is that he knew that like filmmaking could be about more than just telling a story. It was
oh,
about
yes,
an
yes.
experience that you went on. There didn't have to even really be a story that makes sense in the way that we all think of stories.
Except I choose to believe from his own mouth in a sense the way he does cinema that there is a meaning there. He just may not himself be aware of it. He was
Well,
just
sure.
flowing with this river,
Hmm.
and one could believe that there's a reason these thoughts have come.
Stephen King has talked that way about ideas. That he says that most of the books that he's written aren't things that he dreamt up. That he's just basically an antenna, and that the stories come in from some I
Well,
I
and one of
think
his
I mean
books
I
is
don't know.
kind of about that.
Yeah.
Uh, fuck, what was that one? Lycie's story.
That is a novel that he wrote. I never read it.
Yes, it is
Or
kind of about that. Like there's this place where the stories are, but we didn't come here to talk about that. We are digressing.
but
No,
we're potheads.
we came here to talk about I love you,
I
Alice
love you, Alice B
B Toklas.
And
Toklas.
you know who else I love? I'm pretty sure I fell in love with this actress. I mean, she's 90 now
Oh
or
my
whatever,
god.
but was she like literally the most adorable, sexiest actress you'd ever seen? Just me?
She
No,
was up
no,
there. She
absolutely.
was up there. Yeah, very magnetic.
Yes.
Yeah,
And super charming.
yeah. Those big ol' eyes
Yeah.
just peering up at you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. If she's still around, she's not young.
She was also awesome in Soylent Green.
I've never seen Soylent Green, and you just okay. Now I'm gonna see Soylent Green.
There's your reason.
I feel like
Now,
the reason why I haven't seen it is because like in my head the whole movie is just about like is just leading up to the ending, which everyone knows. But there probably is like there's more to it than just learning what Soylent Green is, right?
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right.
That is just like that's like saying I don't want to watch Planet of the Apes because I know the Statue of Liberty is going to be there at the end.
Okay. Yeah.
But no, there's a whole ape story going on,
Yeah.
and they're both Charlton Heston. See what I did there?
I didn't know Heston was Soylent Green.
Yes, Heston is Soylent Green,
Are we
and
diverging again?
yes, we are, of course.
Well, I've while y'all have diverged, I've done a little Googling. That actress, Lee Taylor Young, she's 80 years old, and her um, Wikipedia picture, she's still just gorgeous.
I was gonna. Is she single?
Let's see. At the
Lee
moment,
Taylor.
I don't think so.
Oh.
But she's holy cow. Married her first husband was Ryan O'Neal, so
Okay.
yikes. Everyone makes mistakes. Um oh sorry, now she's on husband number 4 since married 2013. So you might still have a chance, JD, but
I might. And yes, she is still
she may have
gorgeous.
figured it out and finally landed on the right guy.
I like that earlier today. I thought that I like discovered some secret beauty that no one like knew, and then it just turns out that she's everyone knows. All right.
Yeah.
She was quite the ingenue. But yeah, I love you, Alice B. Toklas. Directed by a guy you don't hear a lot about, Hi Averback. He did not do a whole lot. He did a whole lot of things. Uh, he did a lot of television, but film wise, I did see Suppose They Gave a War and Nobody Came. It was a long time ago, and I don't remember much about it. Uh, he did the TV movie of Maverick and a few other things you may or may not have ever heard of. Not much. But this was kind of an outlier, even for him, it seems. Uh, and Peter Sellers, who
Dr. Strangelove.
I think we all are familiar with most of his stuff. This was later in his career, relatively. I mean, he's still a young guy, but this is after he's done Casino Royale, he's done Strangelove, he's done Pink Panther.
Didn't he die a young guy? Yeah, he died in 1980.
Yeah, but when was he born? 25.
25. Yeah.
So relatively, yeah.
Yeah. 55. Young from where I am. 54
Far too
actually.
soon.
Yeah.
But
Man.
I love you, Alice B Toklas. I suppose we should introduce that. Alice B Toklas, as you mentioned, uh, wrote a cookbook which included cannabis brownie recipe. This was while she was living with Gertrude Stein in Paris, and they were themselves kind of the centerpiece of a, I don't know if you'd call it bohemian quite, definitely artsy, definitely experimental, kind
Yeah,
of out
that
there. And
whole
they hosted
scene.
what was at the time called the Salon, where basically their house was the hangout house where everybody came and discussed philosophy or poetry or whatever was on their minds.
This was in the 50s, you said.
Yes, in the 50s, when that was kind of the thing that the artsy people did.
They were
And so
doing a live
Gertrude's,
stream in person.
yeah, Gertrude Stein was kind of the motivator of everything, and Alice B. Toklas was her, basically took care of her and made food for everybody, and basically
Were
more
they
of the
lovers?
social. Heavily implied, but never or rarely explicitly stated.
Oh,
It was one
I
of
didn't
those, I
know that.
think,
I thought it
it was
was.
assumed, at least by some people. I
Hmm.
don't know. I've read both where people say, well, we didn't know, but we assumed.
Yeah.
Uh,
It seems like probably.
yeah, some, I forget who it was, but his wife said, basically, my husband and Gertrude do the thing, and then the wives go over here, meaning her
Hmm.
and Alice. But that is also a very important role for somebody to have.
So, what
The,
was your. Sorry.
go.
I was going to ask what your relationship was to this movie because I had never heard of it at all.
I had always intended to watch it.
Y- Oh, so you'd never seen it?
I had never seen it, and this
That's
seemed like
fun.
a good excuse to.
How did you find out about it?
Looking at stuff Peter Sellers had done originally was probably the first time I
Hmm.
recall coming across it. And he had such a long
Filmography.
career
Yeah.
as far as the number of things he cranked out. I haven't by any means seen all of it. I don't even know if I've seen most of it.
I have not.
So you kind of work your way down, and at some point I stopped anyway.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've seen, of course, all the Pink Panther stuff is it's two Kubricks.
I've never seen the Pink Panthers,
He was in Lolita as not one of the leads, but he was also then in Strangelove.
and I've never seen Lolita, and I don't ever plan to. I did not like that book.
It's a great movie that has the potential to be misunderstood, and
Uh,
that itself is a bad thing. Like you're absolutely not supposed to like Humbert,
right.
and it works, or you're not a good person.
Right.
So yeah, it's a weird movie because it's absolutely. But I don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
No, Peter Sellers, probably my favorite of his that I've ever seen would be Being There.
Hey, that's my favorite too. This happened with Gary Cole too, where we both had the same weird favorite. I like that.
Have you
I
read
was
the
waiting.
book?
Yes, by Jerzy Kaczynski. I've read the book a few times and seen the movie a few times.
Twice in one day at one point.
The
Wow.
book or the movie?
Yes, the book
Nice. Yeah,
and
it's
the
a
movie. I have done the
th-
movie twice in a day.
yeah. The book is so easy. Like it's definitely a book that I've read in a day before.
So what I did, I read it with the assumption that Chauncey was developmentally disabled,
Hmm.
and then I read it again that he was a genius,
Hmm.
and the whole book works both ways,
It does. I've done the
and
same thing.
it is insane.
Yep. And it's because it works both ways. I don't think Jerzy ever like said anywhere what his thoughts on it were that I never saw. I never saw, anyways.
Pumpkinhead being there.
Yeah, saw it within the past few years. Enjoyed it. Definitely had some good discussions with Mr. Pumpkinhead. That was one we talked about for a while after we watched it, which I think is always well, that's usually a good sign.
I think
Sometimes
so.
it's
I
not.
think so too.
I mean, if you're talking about how much you can't believe you wasted all that time watching that movie, like that's probably not good ongoing commentary. But that wasn't the kind of conversation we were having with this one. But yeah, I think from a perspective of how intellectual disabilities are portrayed in film. I thought that ambiguity was like kind of cool, like, and also sort of a like, why not both
Hmm.
Oh, indeed,
perspective? Yeah,
indeed.
yeah,
I love it. Pink Panther, though, also brilliant in an entirely different way,
Hmm.
and that could bear its own show.
Well, I have to
yeah.
watch
I've
that
never
one
seen
sometime.
a Pink Panther either.
They're
There are
fun.
just so many movies.
They are a lot of fun.
I watched the
Uh,
cartoon when I was a kid.
Me too.
nothing. I was so torn on that as a child.
Yeah.
Wait,
I was, even though
it's just the song. That's the only thing they have in common.
it, is the cartoon character like in the opening credits of the movie?
No. Well, I take that back. Maybe, definitely the sequel.
Okay.
I don't remember if he shows up in the first one because I don't know. Did they steal him from the opening credits? I don't remember. It's been too long.
Yeah. But even when I was a kid, I think one of the reasons why I never saw the Pink Panther movie is because I was like, I think I liked the cartoon and I was like, I want to see the Pink Panther movie. And then I saw what the Pink Panther movie was.
And
And I
it's
was
not
like,
the cartoon.
no,
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 I'm
no.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Peter Sellers and David Niven doing what they do is amazing. And he's a completely different Peter Sellers from any other movie you have seen. Uh, Bordering on incompetent.
Hmm. We'll
But
put it on the list.
again, we didn't come here to talk about the Pink Panther.
I don't even know what we're doing here anymore.
We are talking about I Love You, Alice B Toklas.
Here we
I
go.
love you, Alice B Toklas.
It
Man,
doesn't
yeah.
think it's not.
Have an earworm.
Hmm.
And on a second watch, because I did watch it twice in the last 2 weeks, This explains the movie. This little Tennyson poem leading into
Uh,
what he says here explains the movie.
what I feel like I'm not seeing all of the subtitles.
You first have to know what a flower is. To know truth and to know the world, you have to know what a flower is.
Uh,
But how can you know what a flower is unless you know who you are?
oh, yeah, okay.
And and,
that,
and
that
this is
tracks.
a movie about
Yeah.
a man realizing that he doesn't know who he is.
Yeah.
Mhm. Man, Joe Van Fleet. This movie did make a new fan out of me for Joe Van Fleet.
Was that his mom?
Yeah,
Okay. She was great.
yeah.
I was so like hesitant to watch this movie, obviously. Hence the fact that we did a different show last week because of that. Because for some reason, like any movies that are like pre mid 70s, I'm just like, ugh, they feel like work to me sometimes to sit down and watch. And like, it was just hard for me to like get in the right mood. Like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and watch this. And even for like the first 10 minutes of this, I was like, "Ugh." But then like once I gave myself over to it, I had so much fun with it, and it was really good.
Yeah, this opening sequence in the parking garage, like, this is what all parking garages feel like to me. So this did immediately put me on edge. They're all terrible. They're all endless. They're all
And that is
cramped
his
and
life.
claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't get out.
By the way, this was written by Paul Mazursky, who was I mean, I know him from Curb Your Enthusiasm. he was
Oh, wow.
he was like
That sort of
uh
makes sense.
yeah. You know who he was on Curb? Are you a Curb fan?
Um, not I've seen the odd episode, but I wouldn't know who he was.
Gotcha. He is like this real huge asshole who's at like who goes to the same country club as Larry, and he's always just
Mhm.
like a comedic foil. Like he always just he's
Mhm.
always like miserable and like hates everything about Larry. That's his
Yeah.
thing.
This was his first movie as a writer
Hmm.
or a director. He had done TV or acting, but this was his first writing, which led to his writing and directing career.
And he did some big stuff, right?
Yeah, Harry and Tonto, Moscow on the Hudson, Down and Out in Beverly Hills, An
That one I
Unmarried
know.
Woman. But
I
yeah,
did
this is a
think
nice little
that
opening because we see his life is like a maze of frustration. And then we get the guru who's explaining to some hippie children how we should find ourselves.
I did really enjoy the little joke where, his fiance is asking him, like, they've just finished being intimate, and she's like, "Did you feel the earth move?" And he's like, "Well, I mean, not that time, but I have many times." Like, he's just sort of fumbling through she's like, grasping at like this great passionate connection, and he's like, "Sure." I just thought that was really hilarious.
Hmm.
I
And
I
sad.
feel so bad for her
Yeah.
throughout this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she takes it really well though. Like I agree. It's I was feeling bad for her too, but then like at the end of the movie, she like I felt like I felt worse for her than maybe she did. I
But
was like,
like
this
at
I
this point, I just want to tell her he's just not that into you.
yeah.
she knows,
But
right?
Yeah.
stop trying to force it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be happier if you don't.
She is her own worst enemy here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're both, I feel like, pretty insufferable.
35 used to look a lot different, by the way, didn't it? That's how old these characters are.
Yeah, I'm still imagining they're older than me. They're
I'm
not.
me too, and I'm much older than them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she looks like Blanche from Golden Girls. Rue McClanahan,
Hmm.
a little bit.
We're gonna get married. I don't want to get married, but he can't say he doesn't want to get married.
Yeah. Well, they're both so stuck in this like this is what you do. This is what you have to do.
And by the way, this movie is very Jewish. Like as a Jewish man, I will say that this movie felt authentically Jewish in a lot of ways. Like just the mother relationship and the like you said, just the feeling like you have to be a certain way
Hmm.
and really fighting against that.
Cool. I didn't even think about that. And then
Look,
he suggests they get married on Labor Day. I don't know why that is also
Because who gets married on Labor Day?
right.
Even the whole thing with his inhaler, because he probably doesn't even really have asthma. His mother,
Yeah.
like that, the whole
Anxiety will have the same anxiety can feel like an asthma attack as a
exactly,
I have
indeed.
and
both.
and
Can
his mother,
confirm.
and his mother is definitely a little bit with the Munchausen syndrome because she told both him and his brother the same story
Oh
about
my
how they
god.
almost died when they were 2 years old. So they both think that they almost died at 2 and were rescued by the butcher.
It could
I
be
I
she made the
love
whole thing up.
Hmm.
I
Oh, she
love
almost
this
certainly did.
dumb little joke here that at first felt so racist the way it was dropped in, but then it pays off later
Yeah.
of how my
Yes.
wife's so upset because our son ran off with a black girl.
And then this car.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, I want this car.
It's
You
This
a
fix
car is
fix
like
that
its own
exhaust and I'll buy
character.
it.
yeah.
But yeah, that when you do finally meet the other side of that, the couple running off, when you finally see the other side of that story, that was like really delightful.
And then you meet this scumbag.
Oh yeah, he's gross.
I feel like I recognize this guy though, this dickbag.
I feel like I do too. It is Herb Edelman,
Hmm.
who his first movie was just a year before this, In Like Flint, which we
I've
could
heard
Oh,
of
have a
that.
whole conversation about. Uh, he was in The Odd Couple,
The movie or the show?
the
The
movie.
movie?
The
Maybe
Way
that's
We
where I
Were, the
recognize.
front page, the Yakuza, California Suite. But for a while there, like I saw every one of those movies. The Odd Couple, Way We Were, front page, Yakuza, Hearts of the West. I did not see.
What was Yakuza?
It was a Sidney Pollack film uh, about the police fighting against the Yakuza. I don't remember a whole lot about it. But like this detective goes to Japan to fight the Yakuza.
Mm.
But nah, quite the character actor. And this would be the late 70s or 60s when it was perfectly appropriate to be publicly dating your secretary.
This was my. I love this family so much.
Yeah, with all of their neck braces.
Exactly. The matching neck braces. It's like 11 of them.
Yeah, and they're just like so sweet.
All
Hmm.
very authentic too, by the way. As far as that many people in a car.
Yeah, they got into a car accident with 11 people in the car and a bunch of chickens. And that's why they're going to settle out of court because it's
Which
illegal
is
to drive with
evidently
chickens.
illegal in California. I That surprises me because I'm pretty sure in Texas it's totally legal to drive with chickens in your car.
Well, this is Texas.
I actually learned this week that on the scale of is it legal to own a raccoon as a pet, Texas and California are as far away as you can get.
So they're
California has the most restrictions. Like you will basically go to jail if you have a pet raccoon.
Mhm.
And Texas is totally cool with it.
Hmm.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
What am I doing living here without a raccoon?
You're making a wise choice, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have known people that have had pet raccoons. You do not want a pet raccoon. For a couple decades, I would say. I was also reading a study this week that raccoons are on the path to domestication.
I just watched a video that was um, criticizing that study.
Good, because
I did.
I meant to go read more about it because
Mm-hmm.
I was intrigued.
Yeah.
So it turns out it might be bullshit.
Might be. Keep reading. I didn't. I have read nothing. I've watched a single Instagram video, so I'm not an authority on this
Well,
topic.
I may never go finish it. That's just one
Yeah.
of my intend to do things.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
I like
Raccoons
the
sure.
idea of eventually having raccoons.
Yeah.
I think they kind of want it too.
I think some of them do. If there's low effort food in it for them, I mean, I feel like that's something most mammals have in common, maybe even most animals. Low effort food, yeah, sign me up.
That would be kind of crazy to see an animal become domesticated in our lifetime. Like naturally evolve to that point. Is that happening with squirrels too? Why just raccoons?
Because they're
I
smart. I don't know. Again, not the authority on this topic.
Oh, I thought you were.
Nope.
Dang.
I do love raccoons. They're super cute.
The number of people that want to bring squirrels in the house is much less than raccoons, though.
You think?
Squirrels are a little too much like rats, and that freaks people out.
Oh, they're so cute too.
Hmm.
Oh, they are.
But they
I
do
love them.
belong outside.
You don't want a squirrel in the house
Nope, definitely not in my attic.
or in your living room because they're
No.
gonna get places you don't want them to go. And
Well, with all of our cats and dogs, I think this would just not be a great place for a squirrel.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Although I had a weasel in the house one day.
Ugh.
Oh.
Technically it was an urban, but they're just weasels.
Hmm. Do
It
they
was
have
still in
those?
its white phase.
Wow. Would it just like ran in there?
I don't know how it got in. There must have been a hole. We occasionally get a vole in the house,
Mm-hmm.
which is like a mouse. And it was probably chasing a vole, and the vole came in the house. And so that's how he got in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're carnivores, they don't try to come inside.
Oh, these
Hmm.
are cute. These are cute weasels.
But yeah, it was crazy. And I tried to trap him, and I failed. And he eventually found his way out. I assume. We never found him or any sign of him. But it is weird. I got a little movie of him.
Oh.
But yeah, here we have the boss who is just a total pig of a man, but is Harold's, shall we say, life lesson in how a lot of people treat marriage.
Hmm.
And to his credit, Harold does not approve of this. But it makes him question marriage in general, and definitely this society that he is striving to be a part of. Or at least that's how I took it.
Yeah. Agree.
It's dishonest. But yeah, I want this car.
His brother Herbie is so good. And here she is. What kind of car is that? Is it a hearse?
It looks very Hirsch-esh.
Hearse-ish.
That's a hard word to say.
Yeah, see, this is the part where he realizes that the story about this dead guy saving them when they were kids is bullshit.
They're on their way to this guy's funeral, and Harold is like, "That's what you're wearing?" And his brother's like, "Yeah, man."
It's cultural appropriation, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a
Yeah.
Hopi Indian.
Yeah.
And so these two brothers, he obviously like is, tried to be the son that the parents wanted and just
Mm-hmm.
do everything exactly what the way that they wanted. And his brother Herbie is like, the shame of the family because he was
He's a
his own
hippie.
person. Yeah. And this is where I think he just starts to get a little jealous of him, right?
I'll give you the makeup or the feather.
So if she's 80 now, how old would she have been in this movie? What year did this movie come out?
68. I'm not doing math.
So 57 years ago, 80 minus 57. It's about 23, maybe 22 when they filmed it. And the mother isn't even like she's not even a part of the family or anything like that. She's just like basically acting like she's the second widow though at this funeral.
Yeah. She's the center of her own universe.
Exactly. And her husband is just so
And the hearse drivers are on strike.
yes.
And we can't move any bodies.
Here he comes in his Hopi Indian. Shaming his mother.
Yeah, there's a bit of an
And his
uproar.
girlfriend, evidently. She had a sour look on her face.
LSD clothes he's wearing.
To a funeral, he wears his Indian suit. And the father is just there to basically be like, don't upset your mother.
Yeah.
That's his entire lot in life. I'm telling you, this is all from I think I saw this from a different perspective just because of my upbringing. All of this feels very, very accurate as far as like familial relationships and
hmm
things like
Yeah,
that.
I'm happy to hear that though, because you sometimes wonder how much of it is stereotypical,
well, there are Jews that
but
work in
but
Hollywood.
but not in a good way.
Mhm.
Like,
I mean, it's all exaggerated, obviously, but like the heart and soul is there. I laughed out loud when when they're all calling him a scab for transporting the body.
Yeah.
but hippie scab.
Yes. The 60s must have been cool. Tell us of the 60s, Mick. Wizard. Sorry.
I mean, I was 6 years old when this came out, so
Yeah.
I was there,
But not really.
but my exposure was limited.
Hmm. But you must have
Yeah.
seen crazy hippie cars out on the street and stuff sometimes though, and things
Dude,
like
I
that.
lived
Yeah.
in West
In
Texas
West Texas, yeah.
on the edge of the oil field. So
So does that mean that there were hippies or no?
no, no,
No. Okay.
there were no hippies.
Oh.
Uh, I reckon you get shot looking like that around here.
Oh yeah, we watched
But
that
no,
movie.
when I
That was Easy Rider. Okay.
because in the early '70s we flew to Washington D.C. area. My grandparents had moved up there,
Mhm.
and my uncle at that point had become not a full-on hippie, but definitely with that crowd, and he had the hair, and that was a whole exposure to a lifestyle I had not seen in reality before.
Uh-huh. And it changed you, didn't it?
It definitely had effect.
And now they're driving all over LA trying to find the funeral procession, which they left because they lost because they got pulled over. Seems terrible. They're just going from cemetery to cemetery.
It does seem terrible from every angle. Like I just
Yeah.
the whole time I was thinking about the people waiting at the cemetery for the body.
Yeah.
In a world with no cell phones or anything, people were like more patient back then, I guess. Just imagine if this happened like in today's world, like 5 minutes after they were missing from the cemetery, people would be like losing their minds and calling each other. Rightfully
But it
Yeah.
wouldn't matter because he would have just plugged it into his GPS and got there.
Right. And I remember thinking that too. I was like, yeah, there was a time when like if you weren't really paying attention, you might really just drive off of a ramp. GPS won't let you do that now.
I mean,
Another
it'll try, but
metaphor for what's going on with Harold.
yeah, I remember when that could have happened in Austin on
Wow, really?
183. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, there was a ramp like that on 183 for a while.
Dang.
Hmm.
Like not far from like 183 and Breaker, one of those big ones.
That's near me. I think I know exactly. Okay, yeah. I can imagine where it would have been. I love you, Alice B Toklas.
Which was written for the movie, by the way. I looked it up.
Ah,
Good.
good. At some point, and I don't know when this happened between last night and today, instead of singing just like Gertrude Stein, I started singing just like Frankenstein. Like, I don't know how that happened, but it did.
I
There
like
was
it.
a Frankenstein movie that came out a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, yeah.
Mine's on the brain.
New Del Toro.
hmm
Yep.
2 thumbs up. If we're talking
Oh,
about it.
you've seen it.
I did, yeah. I liked
Cool.
it. I'm
I
a
love
sucker for
that
Del
we
Toro, though.
saw
Yeah.
the Hispanic family again.
Yes. Yeah, so he lets her stay at his place, and this is where it all begins. This is where I finally figured out why we were watching the movie. Because I was like, there's no weed so far. I kind of figured that there would
Yes.
be at some point because
Yes.
hippies, but and we'll definitely have to talk about whether or not this fits the bill for stoner cinema. I think it
Mhm.
does. Even though it does go it gets to the halfway point before there's weed. But the weed being introduced to the plot definitely changes the story up.
Yeah. It's pivotal.
Yes. That's the word I'm looking for.
And she does not drink.
She does watch TV with the sound off, though, just to look at the pictures.
By the
Eh,
way, that is what the 60s were like right there. Black and white TV.
Yeah, you had a black and white TV.
That was all there was.
It's crazy how close we all are, like to being our births to like the dawn of television.
Yeah.
Like it's TV, it's evolved. Think about it, like from black and white TVs starting to show up in people's living rooms to basically every single person walking around with a crystal clear TV in their pocket. That whole era was only like 80 years, not even 80 years,
Yeah.
70.
But we don't watch TV anymore,
Right.
which is
Ours.
also weird.
I know.
Yes.
Like the birth and the death.
Hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
Now, at this point, we got 4, 5 TV stations. No, 4 TV stations.
Wow.
5. There was CBS, NBC, ABC, public television, and some rogue station out of Dallas that I don't know how
Hmm.
we picked it up. But it was where I would watch my Three Stooges and reruns of Gilligan's Island and a morning TV show hosted by Gibby Haynes' father,
Ah, Mr. Peppermint.
Mr. Peppermint.
Yep. I also grew up watching that show.
Really?
Well, probably reruns.
Still?
But yeah. He had his little puppet, like cranky cat guy.
I thought he was a raccoon.
Oh, well, some sort of
Yeah.
little.
Fuck, what was his name?
It was like it was a single word. Like, like
All that's in my head is
man.
Muffin, and I know that's not right.
What show are
Oh
we talking about?
no, I think it is.
Mr. Peppermint.
That's the
It
name
was
of a show?
it was like Captain Kangaroo, except it was a regional version of that. Uh,
Did you guys
and
both grow up in the same region?
Well, I grew up in Dallas, so it makes sense that they would show it on. I think
because it was
probably
from
like
yeah,
on
it
public
was out of
TV on
it was
the
out
on
of
the PBS
DFW.
station. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's why I've never heard of it. But I'm looking at the guy now, and it says that he died in Longview, Texas. That's by Dallas, right?
Probably because the Toadies have that song Longview. That's
Yeah, it's out by
ridiculous that that's
I want to say
how
it's
I'm
out
connecting those
west,
things.
close to like Possum Kingdom, maybe.
Dinner, 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 dinner.
But yeah,
Anyway,
anyway,
Make
I
up
grew
your
up
digressing again.
mind.
watching this guy, and then his son became the lead singer of one of the most notorious bands out of Austin, the Butthole Surfers.
That is right.
I didn't know the Butthole Surfers were from Austin.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yep. Gosh, this could be a raccoon or a cat.
What could be?
Oh, his Mr. Peppermint's little like sarcastic buddy.
Because we were talking about pets, being raccoons and cats earlier, or squirrels earlier. So I thought maybe
Yeah.
you were.
Oh gosh, how long was this show on, Mick? Wizard? How I'm doing it.
I know. So I'm sorry.
I don't know. I remember watching it definitely in
Wow,
like about this time,
1960,
68 or so.
1961 to 1996. So yeah,
Wow.
I would have watched it. I mean, he was much older by the time
It is so cool that he
I
kept
got
that
to
going for
it.
so long, though.
So
That
he
is
was
really
like
cool.
the Texas Mister Rogers, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a very Mr. Rogers vibe.
You guys had Mister Rogers too, though, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Muffin, it was Muffin, and he's
It
a
was
bear.
Muppet.
Thank you, Facebook. Wikipedia didn't have it.
And there we have our lovely baker now making the Alice B Toklas brownies.
And that's where the song plays. She starts cooking the brownies, and they play. Thank you, I love you, Alice B
Alice B.
Toklas. I want to put together like a list of every movie that has a scene where middle-aged or older square people accidentally eat edibles and get super giggly high. I bet there's 100 movies where that happens. And I bet we've watched 50 of those movies here.
Yeah, we've seen at least a handful.
Yeah. But it's always a good scene.
Yeah. I can't think of a counter. I can't think of a counterpoint.
And so is this where what I was just describing is about to happen? I think so.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. And to be fair, he doesn't know at
Right.
this point.
Yeah, he gets bamboozled too.
But it's weird. I mean, I don't know, maybe this is just normal for them. Like, the brownies are in his kitchen. He doesn't mention them to anybody. He doesn't pick them up. And I think it's the mother or the fiance that's just like, here, I found these brownies. No
Oh yeah,
explanation.
yeah.
Yeah,
My
my
mom would totally do that,
Hmm.
my family would too.
and absolutely expect me to do that at their house.
Hmm.
Mm.
I think if I didn't do it at their house, that my mom would be offended.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Why don't you eat? Like, there's food in the fridge.
I loved the whole twin cantors thing
Oh
too.
my gosh.
Did you have twin cantors at your wedding, Jason? JD.
I lost it. Sorry, I had a little technical issue here. For a second. I did not have twin cantors. There was only one cantor at my wedding. I forget what her name was, but I remember the cantor who taught me how to have my bar mitzvah was Cantor Levitsky. He was a scary man.
Nice. Black Lives.
Yay.
Thank you for dropping by, my friend.
Hello, hello.
The
You
drunk
arrived in
looking
time to
elf
see
chick.
the action begin soon.
Black Lives, have you seen this movie or heard of this movie?
I wish Herbie was here.
And so they they have their own digression. They start talking about how good these brownies are, like how really good these brownies are, like how really, really good these brownies are, which is
Mhm.
wild because she just sprinkles the weed into the batter. Like she doesn't saute it, she doesn't make weed butter. Like just watching how she prepared those brownies, I would think they would taste terrible.
Oh, they would. They would.
Yeah.
They would taste very green.
Yeah. So I'm docking a point.
Well, you might as well dock another point because
Yeah,
the
also
brownies
they
the
take
brownies would have
effect
it's
immediately.
like these brownies would take at least 45 minutes to really feel
Yeah,
anything, and like
yeah.
literally like by the time you're swallowing these things, you're high as shit. So
Yeah.
dock 2 points for authenticity.
Yeah.
Now, I have seen people make brownies like this, but you would have known something was up.
Yeah.
But that would make for a good movie.
Right.
Yes.
But they're all just super giggly now.
Yeah. Everybody just gets a lot more likable.
Mhm. And they're on their way to the wedding, right?
And
I
Joyce
think
gets
this is
horny. No, no, not yet.
Okay.
they're just like stopping by after something.
Right, because they were still talking about wedding invitations.
Right.
Yeah, they had a meeting with the in-laws, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I love this though. I want to play miniature golf. And we go. Which tells us it was definitely sativa.
Have you ever played mini golf on weed?
Actually, yes, I
Uh,
have.
Many times.
is there any other way to play?
And so then he just
Another one of my favorite
leaves.
scenes.
Yeah,
And he just leaves.
he does.
It's like I'm gonna go see my hippie chick.
Because the weed frees him, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
still
see,
kind of rude.
It's like, no, you go be you. Get away from these square people.
and that's where we learn who Alice B Toklas is. She says those were Alice B Toklas brownies. He's like, who?
This guy's pipe.
This guy was in everything in the 50s and 60s, though.
Hmm.
Like, I saw this guy in everything. And he was oftentimes playing a cop.
Huh.
Hmm.
So this made me giddy almost, just because at the time that would have been almost subversive casting. Like he was on Have Gun Will Travel. He was on Leave It to Beaver. I'm just telling you things that I
Wow.
watched. Perry Mason. Show called
Speaking
Scriptward.
Oh, Uncle
spe-
Perry.
speaking of Leave It to Beaver, I learned a very interesting fact yesterday. Do you know who was originally cast as Eddie Haskell?
Who?
Who?
Harry Shearer.
Really?
Really. He even filmed a pilot. I didn't even realize that Harry Shearer was old enough to be Eddie Haskell, but he is.
Hmm. So then there's the butterfly tattoo. And things progress from there.
And the earth moves.
Peter Sellers is a very hairy man.
He is. When he goes to answer the phone, I was stunned.
He has hair in places that you don't usually see hair on men in today's cinema.
Right. Yeah.
Him
It's a
and Robin
different
Williams.
time.
Yeah.
Robin Williams is also incredibly hairy.
Yes. I also think, I mean,
But I don't know, man. If I was him, I think I would agree that it's what you get. I'm not shaving that.
well, and I think it might have even been like in vogue back then, a man
Mhm.
with hairy shoulders.
And the dad is still frisky.
Yeah. He's just permanently high now. They both are. They're just forever changed.
I mean, it's probably an improvement. Oh my God, these
Eddie's do
Jello
last a
molds.
while.
So here's the wedding.
I
It's the
I
most incredible Jello molds I've ever seen.
I had a brief fascination with Jello molds a few years ago, where like I got like a cookbook from the 50s, and I was gonna have like a
Oh
party
my God.
where we all just ate like really like Jello molds with tuna. You know, these old
Oh
like
my
just
God.
yeah. I never got around to doing it though.
Lark's tongues in aspic.
Yeah, like because the Jello mold, people just ate different back then.
Yeah.
Like good food wasn't really known about in America in the 1950s yet.
It was a different time.
Yeah, for sure. Look at his face. Look at her face.
Yeah. And he's just like, excuse me. He's
Mhm.
like, I need to,
Yeah, because Harold just starts talking, and he's
yeah,
basically like, "I can't do this."
yeah.
But the way he does it, it's like it's almost nice.
It is like I don't think that he's a bad guy at all. I respect him for not marrying her because it would have been wrong. But like
Yeah.
he could have done this sooner. But hey, epiphanies hit when they hit, and this was
Yeah.
the last possible real moment he could have
Yep.
done it. So
Yep. His brother seems pretty impressed.
yeah,
It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Jello mold.
Maybe that's why he's leaving. He wanted nothing to do with that Jello mold.
It's 3
Yeah, I gotta
layers.
say there was a lot in this movie that hit home, and we will talk about that later. But that moment was profound.
Mm,
When he walked out of the wedding.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like the reverse of The Graduate.
Was that how you felt leaving East Texas or West Texas, whichever shit part of Texas you lived in?
no, but it's something that I wish I would have done, and I kind of
Ah,
wanted
yeah.
to do. Uh,
Wow.
Yeah, I think there's probably a lot of people out there who regretted their marriage on their wedding day and
Oof.
put up with it for some people
or
probably a lifetime.
tried to get out of it early, and was not strong enough to stick with that.
Mm,
I know this is a bad idea. No, no, it's fine.
yeah, well, we listen to the wrong voices inside of us when we're younger a lot. And
Well, and I mean, everybody in Harold's life is telling him it's the right thing to do. So he's
Exactly.
getting it from
yeah,
all angles. And I think that's probably true of, people outside of this movie.
Which is- I I I I felt much joy for him
yeah,
at his breaking free. But
I
I'm
want
not
to break
100% sure
free.
what this guy is trying to tell him about. But it involves poo.
It did involve poo. By the way, how long was this time lapse? Because his hair grew. I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I wasn't sure if it was like if that was part of the comedy, like if it was supposed to just be intentionally funny that all of a sudden he has long hair, or if it
I
was a time lapse, like a
I
long
think
time
so,
lapse.
yeah. Because
Because he's living
yeah,
in his car now. Yeah,
it can't have been that long.
right.
I mean, clearly, like, he has hair. Like, he probably gets a haircut once a month
Mhm.
when he's keeping it short. I mean, it must grow very fast.
Yeah.
But now I assume this has been like 3 or 4 days.
He's all in.
He grew his hair out, got his car
Yeah.
painted.
Kiss my onk. that got me too. These police are pretty chill for police, I guess.
Oh, yeah, this was like, oh, he's 35 and she's 20? All right. I guess that's fine. They're both adults.
She's what, 25 and he's 35? Is that right?
She's
20.
20.
20 and he's 35?
Yeah.
Uh,
Not wild about that.
no, but
A different
there's
time and all.
well, yeah, different time. Yes, but I was gonna talk about the culture too, though. I think
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
the I think part of the like I don't know, wasn't there. But I think part of the whole hippie thing was that like things like age didn't matter, like which they were wrong, but
Yeah. Well, I feel like when the younger person is that young, it's a little different.
mhm. She has been through
The
hell.
entire arrangement came about in a way that is incredibly sketch.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
the
Nothing really
age
above
thing
board.
should not have been the first ooh moment
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
This is not a healthy relationship either.
Nope.
See, I like this is the first time he's seen his boss.
Yeah. Like, is he still working?
I don't think so. No.
So, like, we see later, he still has his apartment.
Yeah, things were cheap back then.
Well, okay. I mean, I guess he had some savings, but like,
Yeah.
is this sustainable?
I think you could do a lot more with a
Absolutely
lot
not.
less back then. No,
I guess so. I guess so.
he was a lawyer. You know
Yeah.
how much money he's got with wealthy parents. She's gonna go see a 6-hour movie about teeth,
Oh,
and I looked it up to see if it was real, and it is not. I thought maybe it was some Andy Warhol thing or something. But
yeah. I fully believe that it was.
Mondo teeth.
It is absolutely a thing that I guarantee you there's something like unto it
Oh sure.
out there from that time.
Uh,
Uh,
but when I looked up Mondo teeth movie, the thing that came up was this movie.
oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah. It's a total fabrication.
Mhm. But yes, but there were people definitely going and sitting and watching like 6 hours of pretentious horseshit for sure.
I mean, I sat through many hours of and I didn't even see all of it, the Cremaster cycle. So
The what?
the Cremaster cycle.
I am not familiar with that.
It's a series of 5 movies by this art house guy, Matthew Barney. And I can explain just how weird this is, or he
Uh,
is, in a total non sequitur. This is the man who Bjork looked at and said, "I want, I want him to be mine." This is Bjork's husband, uh, and he made these 5 art movies based on the Well, the Cremaster is the muscle that retracts your testicles in the heat and or cold. And there is a scene in it where he's dressed as a goat and dancing, but I don't know. It was I've seen 3 of the 5, and it was by far the weirdest thing I've ever seen
Hmm.
huh.
on purpose.
I like that caveat.
So now hippies have started to invade his apartment. And
That's what
he's
hippies will
just like
do.
gotta be cool with it.
Yeah, I think there's a really good comparison here to the hippies of the late 60s, early 70s to the crust punks.
I'm
Do the
listening.
what?
Crust
Crust
punks.
punks.
Oh,
Like, everybody wants to be a punk till there's 10 crusties in your living room.
Yeah, that's fair. I suppose that could be said about almost anything.
and here's where we pick up the storyline from the beginning of the biracial young couple that runs off.
Oh, I missed it.
There's so the attendant at the gas station is the girl's father, and it's it's the same conversation. It's like everybody on both sides of this conflict feels the same way.
Oh, but yeah, here, as he gets invaded, we meet his younger brother's new girlfriend, who appears to actually be older.
Hmm.
So there's a whole script flip going on there, too.
I did
There's
not
some
notice.
doggies.
Nice doggies.
Yeah.
And then he finds the line.
I like this guy who just like lives on the stove now.
He's like the guy on the couch. I love this argument about hip.
Yeah. And then his parents show up. There's a monkey. Things are escalating.
Which is great though, because it was about to get to an unpleasant place.
Yeah.
And
Well, it was like before we were in the parking garage, things were like too constricted. Now they're like too chaotic.
but it was also though getting like really a downer for us, the watcher. I
Yeah.
mean, that was getting tense.
Yeah.
And I love this relief of tension.
Mm-hmm.
Mom's gonna get high again.
And she loves it.
And she says the title of the movie.
The titular line.
Yep.
And I think they probably played the song again after she said it.
Yeah. Very well may have. And then the big family in the neck braces shows up.
Yeah. For no reason.
Still
There's
in
no
their
reason
neck
for them to be there.
braces.
Yeah.
Well, they're trying to
like,
get their case
everybody's-
resolved, and he's not taking care of it.
Yeah.
And everybody's having a great
yeah.
time except him.
Yeah, because now he doesn't know if this is who he is.
Yeah.
He's too
No, he
jealous
knows
for
it's
this
not.
life. Yeah.
He knows this is not who he is. It is hitting right here. But his mom and his brother are getting along.
Mm-hmm. Well, now all of a sudden she's not. He's not the bad one anymore. He got promoted basically in the family's eyes.
Well,
when,
she's high.
Yeah, but
She's high as fuck. Poor monkey.
Yeah, the monkey is not having a good time.
Jethro, did you watch
This
this?
robot.
It's Jethro Bot.
We did watch it together.
I think he was not a fan.
I thought that was what I wanted, but it was not.
Oh, and now we're back.
We did know she had a butterfly on her thigh. I think that they'll show us again too.
They got the twin cantors. So that whole thing was just him, like, in his head.
Oh no, that totally happened.
No, yeah, that happened. That
And
definitely
he
happened.
went back.
Yeah.
Oh.
He has gone back. I was wrong. This is what I wanted.
Mhm. And then he realizes again.
This isn't it.
Yeah.
Oh, I interpreted it as like he had this whole like
Like
fantasy with like
occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge.
well, it's
Oh
just
no,
like
because she says like
She says not again or something like that.
yeah.
oh, okay. I guess I missed that. I was getting a bit tired by this point.
It happens.
I guess what I was thinking was like in the the hippie dalliance slash fantasy land, like the fiance is like still fawning over him, but in like now that we're here in the real world, she's like, I just fucking knew it. And it's like she's known it the whole time.
Yep.
And so I felt like there was sort of this construction of her that he had in his head that's in his fantasy, but then in the real world, like she's not fawning over him. She's just like, I actually kind of hate this guy.
No, that was her getting to that point.
Okay.
I love this right here though.
Yeah,
Ah.
I love the ending.
I don't know
I don't know.
and I don't care,
Yeah.
but there's got to be something beautiful out there.
I love you, Alice B Toklas.
Yeah. I mean, so just looking at Jethro Bot's comments, I would say taken as like a life lesson or something, if that's what all movies are, then no, this would not have been a good one. But as just a purely entertaining look at the wacky 60s and counterculture, I thought that it was super fun.
I like I had this movie was not quite, but kind of sort of how I wound up here. And I'm rambling, but this movie was very cathartic in many ways, and that moment of this is not what I wanted, and I've tried everything, but there's got to be something beautiful out there, and just
Mhm.
I did that. Like that's how I wound up in Austin.
That's what I thought.
Was
Wow.
just having that moment of this is not the life I want. This is not the life I want.
Yeah.
And I can't go back to this either. So there's got to be something better. And I don't know. This I may not be able to appreciate this movie in a different way because of it felt very personal
Hmm.
in ways I was not expecting. And especially on a second watch.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, San Francisco, I felt San Diego for some reason.
I thought it was L.A.
Oh no, I meant L.A. That's right. I meant L.A. Yeah.
I was like San Diego.
Being There
I
is
don't
my
know
favorite
that.
film, Jethro Bot. Well, not my favorite, but definitely my favorite Peter Sellers. And way up on the list.
Yeah, we had a whole Being There segment.
That being said, I can see how this movie might not have aged well in some ways.
See, I don't think I expect anything from this period to age well, which I think is maybe one of the reasons why it's even hard for me to get myself psyched up to watch it.
But like, I'm not even in a sense of like anything offensive or anything, just in the
Uh,
sense of it's far enough away that you can't necessarily relate to some of it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was.
well, totally. That's how I feel about all this. Anything from this era. It all feels very alien to me. The way that people talk about each other and the relationships that different types of people have together feels super not. Like I don't even know is it how real it was or if that was just what things were portrayed as,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The way you describe the Jewishness,
Uh,
being turned up to 11, sort
yes.
of, that's what the whole movie is.
Okay.
Like all of the interactions, all of the extremes, all of the boorishness of the boss
Yeah, see
was very much
and
almost like an avatar
I
sort
felt
of
like it was
character.
condemning all of that stuff. Like it was pointing out how like sort of terrible everybody was.
Yes. Yes, that little pocket of proper society or whatever you want to call it, conventional society is rife with hypocrisy and uh, dishonesty.
And that the counterculture is too.
Right.
Yeah.
Like so we've got again this this parody of conventional society turned up to 11, and then you've got the counterculture thing also
Right.
turned up to 8 or 9.
Yeah, my takeaway was from it was that like both worlds were full of shit and that he was just going to go figure out maybe like whatever his happiness is. I don't know.
There's a place in the middle.
Uh
There's a place in the middle where there's something beautiful,
yeah.
and it's being authentic because he did not fit in either of those two worlds. But there is a world where he can be the authentic himself, which is not super buttoned up, but also with some line of you know, what I'm willing to expect and want out of life and partnership, et cetera, et cetera.
And also just not knowing, like
Yeah.
not having a scene or a script or models to just like, okay, well, this is how I'm supposed to like look and talk and be. So this is how I'll do it. Like that's that's what I liked about the ending is that it's like it just emphasizes like, you know, not knowing that that's where he goes is not knowing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter
Because
Sellers is
how
someone
can
I
you
always like.
know a flower
Mhm.
if you don't know who you are?
Yeah.
Today would I'm not sure, Jethro Bot. Again, we were talking a little bit before you came in. I think definitely maybe 15, 20 years ago, uh, total punk. He becomes a crust punk.
I don't think it could be transposed into today in any sort of way that didn't seem
Oh, you totally could.
Trite. Well, it would be MAGA and non-MAGA. I don't know. What would be the sort of two?
Oh no, I see what you're saying. Yes, like
Yeah,
today.
like yeah, we don't really have like a sort of main culture and counterculture like to sort of escape into. Like,
Yeah, we've moved beyond those extremes
mm,
to worse.
yeah,
Uh
I'm going to be thinking about that question though.
yeah.
yeah,
How
Like,
would they do that?
kind of frightening. So, weed movie? Stoner movie, I guess we should say.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
Just to be
definitely a
official.
weed movie. I hesitate to say stoner movie.
I'm usually the hardest sell, I think, on what is and isn't a stoner movie, or maybe I'm the easiest. I don't know. I'm one of those extremes, but despite the fact that there wasn't weed for the first 45 minutes of this, I think it is a stoner movie because the weed changed the plot and like all of the characters were happier on it, and it had like a pro weed vibe to it. Jethro Bot says absolutely not.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the hardest one.
I mean, I don't know that this is a movie that you watch while you're stoned,
Oh, I was definitely stoned when I watched this.
but like a
This
background
is not
movie.
a come over, get high, and let's watch.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
No, but has that always been a criteria?
I feel
Kind
like
of.
it's come up before.
Yeah.
I
One
feel
of
like
many criteria, you know.
One of many.
yeah,
One way to think about it.
and I feel like I have yeah, I've definitely advocated even for there being movies with less weed than this being stoner movies because they're movies we watch while we're stoned.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Right.
So, I mean, at a certain point, yeah, Black Lives. I watch every movie high.
Uh,
Uh, yeah, my only defense of it being a stoner movie is it's a movie you want to get high and talk about. Perhaps.
and
But
it
I'm gonna have to say no.
and it teaches weed history.
It does teach some weed history.
It is a good weed movie.
So it's a weed movie,
I mean, in the
not
sense
a
that
stoner movie.
yeah,
Yeah, if you can make that distinction, I feel like
it's weed
that's where I'm
positive.
at. Yeah.
Uh, I like I approve of the way they use weed in the story because the weed is not the problem.
Yeah.
There's no problem in his life from getting high. Getting high has opened his mind to new things, including I'm not happy with this either.
Hmm.
And I feel like he left
Oh,
and got high.
Teeny, get out of that plant. Yeah, I feel like what he is taking with him from this whole experience, like weed is going to be in there. I
For
feel like
sure.
he will continue. Maybe the brownies, maybe smoking. I don't know, but
But yeah, I think if we had a circle of stoner adjacent, perhaps
yeah.
I would put this in stoner adjacent. Uh, it needs to be discussed in movies about weed.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna have to say no on the stoner.
Yeah, like they're not the portrayal of stoners in the movie. I mean, are hippie stoners? They can be. Like, y'all watched all the Cheech and Chongs.
I
Those are
think
definitely
hippies.
stoner movies.
Yeah, I think hippies are definitely stoners, right?
Yeah. I mean, they
Among many
probably
other
mostly,
things, of course.
yeah.
Yeah, they were doing a lot of acid
Yeah.
Hmm.
frequently.
Uh,
That's which you heard referenced in the movie.
yes.
I've got LSD cubes.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was definitely a psychedelic time as well.
Uh,
Yeah. But yeah, I think another reason why I would not see this as a stoner movie is that they're just the proportion of stoners being stoners in it seems low. Like,
Yeah,
there's Nancy and the brother and Herbie for sure, but all of the other weed consumption is like not by a stoner.
mhm.
So that sort of tips the scale away from stoner movie for me. However, I love the idea of multiple interpretations of where it falls in the grand cinema canon. I don't think
Yeah.
we have to
No,
decide.
no,
this
I
is
don't
this
think
is
so
just
either.
our opinions, man.
I hear you. What did we call the one with the hands? Idle hands. Is that one? Did that wind up being a stoner movie?
Yeah,
Consensus?
I think
Yeah.
so.
yeah, I'd fucking get high and watch that again.
All right,
For
Stoners being
show.
stoners in that movie.
for sure. No arguments here. Weed adjacent. Good enough for me.
Cool.
So
Uh,
let's decide what we're watching next, and then I need to go be in bed.
Hmm.
I came ill prepared. I have no excuse.
I think we've reached the end of weed movies.
No, no,
Oh,
we have not reached the end of weed movies.
Good.
I
I
just came unprepared.
well, I was looking up. So I had some others to suggest, and then I was looking around the interwebs and found a handful more that seemed promising. Have y'all heard of or seen Rolling Kansas?
I mean, not that I remember.
Um, so it jumped out at me. It's a 2003 indie film, filmed from what I can tell primarily in Central Texas, which I like. And it's a road trip movie. The premise is these brothers, hippie parents, have bequeathed to them a map to a mythical field of pot, and they go in search of it.
Well, I say we do it.
I I don't know. I feel like I may have heard of this, but totally
I
forgot
have
about it.
others if that doesn't.
But no, this sounds good. I did remember one that I want to throw
Yeah,
out
like it
there.
sounds
I am
cute.
totally happy with
It
this
does.
one, but I forgot I ran across earlier today a Billy Bob Thornton stoner movie,
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Homegrown.
This looks crazy.
That I've heard of.
I
The
had not.
cast alone.
Maybe I've seen that. Let me see.
Oh, that's right, because Jethro
I
Bot's the one that
haven't.
told me about it. The cast alone.
Yeah.
I remember the VHS tape. That cover is very familiar to me.
Honestly, I was down as soon as I
I
saw
don't
Judge Reinhold.
know if I did see this though. If
I'm
I
a
did
sucker
see it, it
for
was
the
a long
Judge
time ago.
Reinhold movie.
Well, we can pick either one of these that have been discussed. They both are fine by me.
Preferences?
I want to see both of these movies.
Well, there's only one thing to do.
Flip a coin.
Oh, not in this house. I have a bag of dice.
Oh,
yeah.
of course.
We're rolling a 20-sider. If it's low, it is homegrown. If it is high, we're rolling. Whoops.
What's a 10 in this situation?
It is a 7.
Homegrown it is.
Homegrown.
But
Great.
what would have happened if it was a 10?
Roll again.
10 is
10 is high.
on the low side.
10's on the low side.
1
Okay.
through 10, and then 11 through 20.
Oh yeah, that you know what?
There's no 0
Yeah.
on the die.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
that
Time
really
for
throws
bed.
off counting.
I used to be a
Homegrown.
GM. I know these things.
Is next week like a holiday or anything? No, this is the holiday
That's
week.
this week.
Whoops. Sorry, JD.
It's okay.
I hit the wrong button.
Play the song. Oh, come back next week for a homegrown.
For homegrown. I wish I still had some homegrown. Maybe I'll get some before next week.
Nice.
I know a guy.
Till then.
Good night.
Well, does anybody have anything they want to say
Mm-mm.
on the way out?
I love you, Alice B Toklas.
And so does Gertrude Stein.
Then we shall see you 1 week from today. Thanks for hanging out. Like and subscribe. And good night.
Good night, Alice B Toklas.
And good night, Gertrude Stein.